Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, November 14th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is the power of the revolution comes from within. And today we have a super duper super moon happening in Taurus. And this moon is a super duper super moon because this is the closest the moon has been to the earth at the time of a full moon in a really long time. And I've heard different things about how long it's been, and to me it's like, doesn't matter how long it's been, doesn't matter how long it's going to be till the next one. This time is now to embrace this energy. And what an energy this is to embrace at this time with all these world events going on, because we are the world. This moon in Taurus, or full moon energy in general, brings up the energy of polarity. It is when the sun and the moon are in opposite signs. They are polarizing each other or even balancing each other, bringing to light the importance of all sides, all parties in this energy. And this moon in Taurus tunes us into the energy of our worth, knowing our value, and knowing our value to take our place in this world. It does bring an emphasis into the earth energy, the world energy. And the sun in Scorpio brings up the energy that has been suppressed. It tunes us into our power that feeds into our worth. But first we've got to go through some of those polarizing energies. And this is the value of the full moon. The full moon brings forth our emotions, brings up this stuff, this old stuff that's been hiding to be released so that we can step into our divine light, so we can rise up. And that's the calling I'm feeling in this moon, the calling to rise, the willingness to participate and move through and feel the shadows and the pain that sun in Scorpio can attune us to, that fear even, and yet still rise and still shine our lights in this energy for the sake of the world. So this polarizing energy is so beautiful. And I was looking through people who shared the Gaia Blooming video, and a wonderful viewer named Tammy actually wrote, where in the world would I be without these opportunities to grow? And this is what we need to remember in this polarization, in this time, in whatever you personally are going through and feeling what you're feeling about the world. Where would you be without these opportunities to grow? This is an opportunity to grow. And in this opportunity to grow, we are rising. So this moon is bringing forth this ever so strongly as you feel. And then even as you feel, you rise. And I said the Sabian symbol yesterday, but I'm going through it again because it's just so perfect. The Sabian symbol for Taurus, 22, master numbers, stepping into our personal mastery, because that's what master numbers do. It's not like, oh yeah, you're a master, you've got this. No, it's like, now you've got to rise into this mastery. What is your next level? So for this full moon in Taurus, 22 degrees, a white dove flying over troubled waters, rising in our light, rising in our worth, rising in our value, and facing the fear of the Sabian symbol for where the sun is, Scorpio 22. Hunters shooting wild ducks. What if they see a dove and think, oh, that's just a duck, I'm going to shoot that? That's one of the fears right now. There's a lot of fear and violence going on. And yet, can we still rise? Can we still honor the moment, honor the value of our moment, get past the projections of he said, she said, this said, that said, media said, and be who we really are and hold that space of courage and strength and light in the darkness, for we are all the world. Despite these polarities, despite what may feel like a lack of balance, all of this is moving us together into something greater. And the revolution comes from within. It comes from you doing the work. It comes from you being able to feel. This is the moon, the full moon brings up the feels. Feel the crap and yet show up. I'm not showing you all the crap, and yet show up anyways. This is your opportunity in this. This is your opportunity in the moon. Utilize this energy to birth yourself anew. So, astrologically speaking, Sun at 22 degrees, Moon at 22 degrees. We also have Mars at 4 degrees in Aquarius. So this revolution spirit is strong today. And yet, remembering that the revolution starts and ends within, and how you are revolutionizing your own spirit, your own mind, your own emotions, and all of those energies. We also have Venus and Mercury today at 3 degrees. So this is expanding. It's expanding our ability to communicate. Mercury at 3 degrees in Sagittarius is actually connecting with the moon later in Gemini. The moon's going to shift into Gemini. So our communications are able to expand. And part of communication is that balance in speaking, but also listening. And the willingness to be present and listen is so important right now for the growth of us all. So be willing to listen, and don't just be in that place of, I have to react or respond. Listen, and truly listen, not with just your ears, but listen with your eyes, listen with your ears, listen with your heart, listen with your soul, listen with your crown chakra, listen with all parts of yourself, because this is important for our growth. But even as we're expanding, we are going to have these evolution moments through the day where we may feel like crumbling, where we may feel triggered. And it is your duty to work with these activations, these triggers within you, and see what are they showing you about your own power, and how can you rise up into your light in this energy. Because more than ever, and I keep saying this, the world needs your light. So I showed you my cards. I talked about the moon. I did the saving symbol. Which card am I doing? I'm doing this one first. So I'm going to do the Tantric Dakini Oracle card, which is puja, purification. And here this man is in sacred ceremony, working with a Shiva lingam, which I have one of my lingams right here. Love the Shiva lingam, which represents the masculine and the feminine, the masculine in the shape, and yet the cosmic egg, which is so feminine. But puja, an act of worship. And it's basically saying absolution, the purification of self by selfless action, dedication of all action to higher source, so that action can become one's sadhana, an act in which one is conscious of the spiritual nature of all parts. We are the world. All parts are one. All parts are spirit. So as you're doing the work on yourself, even if you don't think it's making a difference, this puja is saying every act you do to purify, to clear, to cleanse, to become aware of yourself is aiding the world. And this may be that day today that you take a time out from interacting with all the hubbub around you, and instead be like, okay, and here I purify and cleanse myself, because from here ripples on out. And from Rumi, I have Let Love Transform. How beautiful is this? The poem, the spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. The body becomes all soul. Oh my God. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. Let's see what it says beyond all this. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's path. Let's see. It talks a lot, but I'm not going to go through all these things. Basically, it's saying love wins. Love transforms. And it says, to take up this path of love, you may be sitting here twiddling your divine thumbs, wondering if you're not going to worry, wondering if you're not going to dive in, participate in the hubbub. But if you're going to surrender and trust, then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course, you could just live your life, but maybe perhaps you want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight, under the fullness of the moon, because there's that full moon in this energy. And that's the other part of Taurus that I think is so important in this energy. It is to get sensual. Find the pleasure, find the beauty, and let that keep rising you. Let that keep raising you. Let yourself remember that you are deserving of a beautiful, sensual life. And let that help you rise in your personal revolution within, to bring that forward, birth that forward into this world. The world needs your light. The world needs your courage. The world needs your strength right now. The world also needs you to process the other stuff that is not that, because we all have it within. We all have it within. We're one. If that person over there is struggling with that, chances are the universe is giving you a beautiful mirror for that. So this is your opportunity to rise up. Where in the world would we be without these opportunities to grow? Thank you, Tammy. So I have my reading special still going, 25 minutes for $30. Check that out at GaiaBlooming.com. Enjoy this super duper full moon. Feel, process, live, enjoy, and rise up. Namaste.